Well, it's about 100 degrees. We're going to head back into this shed. Let's see if we can get this El Camino fired up and driving out of this little barn. Hey, welcome back to the channel. My name's Corey. This is Backyard Motorworks. If you can't tell, we've got a 1977 El Camino in behind us here. We found it in this little barn kind of side shed. And we're going to try and get this thing running and driving and pulling out of this barn. If you didn't watch the last video, we'll have a link somewhere up here in the end of this video. You can click on it. We'll give you a full walk over of this thing. But in case you're new to the channel, we'll grab the camera here. We'll do a quick little walk around. Then it's time to dig into this motor underneath and see if we can get this thing fired up. So if this is your first time to the channel, this is our first project car here on Backyard Motorworks. We got this 1977 El Camino from a friend of ours at work. She bought it as a project with her dad probably 8 years ago or so now. It had been sitting for a few years before that. They never really did much with it. A little bit of green painting, as you can tell. And she decided that she was going to hand it off to us and let us get this thing running and driving. You know, it's got a few issues here and there. A little crack in the windshield, nothing major. But as far as rust and stuff like that, it is in spectacular shape. Once again, you can go back to our other video and see everything in detail. The bed's in really good shape. Comes with a tonneau cover. We've got a cap out back. I'll see if I can swing around here and show you. We've got a cap out back here for it. We can pretty much take our pick on what we want to use. Tailgate's in great shape. Frame's in decent shape. There might be a couple little spots to take a look at once we get it up in the air and back home, but really, really good, solid car to start with. Hopefully you can see in here. We'll get a camera again, but you'll see a better video in our last one. It needs full floors. So that's the biggest issue. Obviously headliner, that kind of thing. But for right now, we want to get this thing going. We're hoping to let the previous owner drive this thing out of this little shed before we take it home. I don't think we're going to drive it on the road home. Canadian rules are pretty stupid. But we do want to see if we can get this thing running enough, braking enough to get this thing pulled out of the barn so you can at least enjoy that first little drive with it. So we're going to get this thing thrown back up on the stand here. We're going to get to work. So I figure before we get started, I should probably show you the thermometer here. It's about 95, and that's, what is that, about 35 for us here in Canada. Humidity off the chart. We are dying. It's hot out here, but we got to keep going just to make sure we can get this thing running. So the first thing we're going to do, get a few things out of the way. Get this out of the way. This is our little cooling pipe. Get the top out of the way. See what we got to do. We're going to pull the plugs. We'll get those pulled, show you what they look like. See how long they've been in here. Get some Marvel Mystery Oil down inside those holes. Let things lube up for a little while. Start going around spraying a few things. So that way if you have to do anything with brakes, that kind of stuff, we've already got stuff lubed up. So it should be pretty easy and pretty simple. You've seen it a million times before, but we'll let the camera roll for a little bit here. So the first thing is get a few of these things out of the way, I guess, actually. Let's see, this should just be a little bolt down here that we can pull off, untwist. Yeah. There we go. Anytime you can, put your nuts, bolts, screws back into where they came from. That way you don't lose them. Get this top out of the way over here. Have to disconnect this line. Got one more. One more at the back. Does it have a clamp on it? It sure does. Get these two lines out of the way. Oh, there we go. We are out. So like I said before, we were looking down this old Quadrajet, and it's looking pretty clean. We've got some carb cleaner and stuff with us. We got this great little fan. I don't know if you've ever bought one of these things from Temu or Amazon, anything like that. They're these great little mini fans. They work awesome if you want to blow some things out and clean some things off. No, that's looking better already down there. Great little handy tool. So I guess the next thing we'll do here is start getting some plugs taken out of this thing. Still got the old battery sitting in here. I'm sure that's no good. We're going to have to get rid of that as well. Another one there. Those two right out of the way. Oh. A little bit tight in here. Oh, there we go. See what these... Oh yeah, these all look okay, like they were replaced not too long before this car was parked. Plugs, they look a little rough. Maybe we're going to lube these down a little bit, let them sit for a minute. Get to the other side, do the same thing there. Then we'll come back and get these things out. We figured we'd bring you in here for a minute. We were doing this side here, getting these wires off so we can get a little bit of lube here on these plugs. And whoever the old timer was before us made his own like heat shields here for down in the manifolds. This one just slipped right out. It was just sitting right in there like that. And you can probably see the other one back here. We'll have to get that one out of the way as well. But looks like he made his own heat shields out of something. It's like some sort of maybe gasket material, something along those lines, I think, old gasket material. But man, great idea. Old timers thinking and using what they've got to keep this thing from melting into a million pieces. All right, let's see if we can get these plugs out of here. You are going to hear a bit of a fan in the background there. It's boiling hot, so unfortunately, we cannot do without it today. See what we got going on here. There we go. Oh. Oh. There we go. Oh, lost our light. These heat shield pieces in here as well on this side that I was showing you on the other side. Oh. Doesn't leave much room for your fingers. Oh, there we go. Ooh. Dusty and dirty, that's for sure. And black. Well, we'll get them all out and we'll show you here in a little bit. Not bad. Here, I'll grab the camera here and I'll show you these ones. So you can see they're, a couple of them are a little wet, a couple of them are a little dry and dirty. Not bad though, really. Okay, out here so you can see a little bit better in the light. But really, hopefully you can see there, not bad. Straps a little, on all of them. But really, obviously they've been in there, old plugs. But, doesn't seem to be anything too detrimental with them, that kind of stuff. So we'll get the other four pulled out, see what they look like. Then we'll get some Marble Mystery Oil dumped into this thing. Let it sit for a little while. See if we can get some power to this and start blowing them holes back out. Yeah. Pretty much the same as it was on the other side. I'll show you here. You can see pretty much the same thing. Just dark, old. They look a little burnt. Maybe a little too much fuel, that kind of stuff, but seems to be okay. Nothing of them was really stuck in there. Some light down there you can see, so we're going to lube up some holes here. And we're going to see if we can get this rad cap off while we wait for that stuff to sit, because we could not get this thing off last time. So give me a couple of minutes here. We'll be right back. So we tried before to see if we could get this cap open, and we could not for the life of us. So now there we go. Oh. There. Whew. See what we got inside. Grab our flashlight here. Bring you guys along with us. You never know. Green. A little bit dirty. I think that's just from dirt in the cap. But it's nice green and it's full. So, I mean, it's not leaking anything. Well, that's another great sign. Yeah, just a little scum sitting at the top there for some reason. But coolant looks pretty decent. We'll put that back on for now. All right, so I guess the next step, we're going to get this old battery taken out. We'll get the new one thrown in. We got to get the new spark plugs put in. Obviously, we'll see if we can get this thing rolling over first. A few more steps to go, and maybe we'll see if this thing fires. So give me a little bit. We'll be back here in a few. We're going to let this sit down for a minute. We're going to go on to shirt number 2 of the day. And we'll be back to get this battery changed here in just a few minutes. All right, so we're back. We definitely had to give up the other day, unfortunately. Man, it was way too hot out here. We did as much as we could. We figured we'd wait a few days till all that humidity and stuff was gone, and then we can get back working on this thing. So obviously, we left off. We got to get this battery out of the way. We juiced everything down. We got some new plugs and stuff here. But obviously, we got to get this battery out of the way first. Pretty simple and easy. We won't zoom you in or anything. Obviously, you've seen it a million times on a million different channels. So we'll just get this thing out of the way. And I'll show you in a minute. I didn't realize they had a battery recycling program right here on the property. It's pretty cool. I'll walk you over there in just a second, but we'll get this positive out of the way. I'm shocked that this thing is still in the car. Didn't blow anything up, fry any wires or anything like that after being sitting with the battery hooked up for so long here. But lucky for us, it didn't. Oh, don't want to lose our bolt or anything out of here. Set that up there. And get this thing yanked out of here. Oh, we're going to have to do that brace in the bottom. I figured it would probably just slide out, but it won't. All right, here. See what size we are. There we go, 13. Find an extension somewhere around here. That's a small extension. We want a big extension. Okay, maybe we'll have to change. Maybe we can do it with this. Fit our stubby one down in there. Nope, not gonna happen. There we go. Now we found what we were looking for. Couldn't find our extension anywhere. What is going on down here? Oh, we grabbed the wrong. We did. Hope if we grab the right socket. Oh, she's in there tight. There we go. Rack it out of the way. There we go. Slide her on out. Sit her down here. We'll bring in. We'll take a look at this battery tray. See what it looks like. Oh, not bad at all. Spin you around here. A little rusty and a little crusty, but definitely still there. And front cross member looks really good. The more I dig, the more I like this car. All right, we'll go for a walk here, show you that battery recycling program. Very, very cool. Just walk over this way here. We just got to head out the door here. Walk over this way. And it's right over here by this log pile. It's the coolest thing I've ever seen. So just kind of walk around here like this. And we see right back there, we're recycled now. Awesome. Back to work we go. All right, now that we've recycled that one, we can get this one thrown in here and see what happens. We'll hopefully have no fires or any issues like that. There we go, drop her in place here. Throw on our negative first. Then we'll just kind of tap our positive just to make sure we don't have any sparks or fires or explosions, anything along those lines. Come here now. Get in there. There we go. We'll cross-thread it if we have to, because, you know, that's the best way to get it in there. You know, she's not coming loose. Of course, we got nothing but the best battery Walmart could sell us. But we just need something to get this thing fired up. Nothing special. This thing still costs us $150. Obviously, we got to return that core, but all right. Let's check this positive, see if we got any sparks or anything. Nothing. No sparks, no nothing. That is a good sign. Let's screw this in. We'll go see if we got anything on for the dash. Turn that key forward. We won't start it right away, but let's at least see if we got any power to stuff here. All right, there we go. Let's take a walk around this way and check it out. We got lights inside. Lights on the dash. Come on, guys. I'll bring you around and I'll show you what we got going on in here. All right, so like I said, we're hooked up here, so we got some, oh, we got a buzzer now. This thing is starting to come back to life a little bit. We got some lights here. We can sit down here for a second and we'll show you. Turn the key. There we go. We got lights on the dash. Oil light. I can't wait to see what's going to happen here. All right, so we're going to head around back front here. Get this camera set back up. See if we can blow all that juice out of here. Hopefully this motor rolls over for us. And man, this is getting better and better every step of the way. Okay, we got you in a little bit closer here. We'll make sure this thing's in park. Not that it's going to fire up or anything, but still, make sure she's in park here. See what happens. Ooh, man, this steering wheel is definitely sticky. We are in park. Let's give her a twist. Cross your fingers. Oh, she is spinning over. Not sure if it sounds amazing, but it is definitely spinning over. We blew all that junk out of there. What did you guys see on that camera? What was it doing? So you guys let me know. We're going to spin it over again. Is everything working here? Did we get all the stuff out of the holes, or are we in trouble? Sounds like maybe the starter's hanging up or something. I'm not 100% sure, but what do you guys think? All right, so what did you guys see from your angle? Obviously, I can't see much with the hood in there. Spinning, everything kind of kick its way out. It did? All right, we're going to get these spark plugs in. Nothing special. Cheapest thing we can get on old Scamazon. V-Power. We got a set of 8, of course. Get these things open. Getting a little too much junk up here on our top. Just nothing special plug or anything. Just like so. We'll make sure they're gapped here. Yep, perfect. We're just going to throw them right in as they are. Nice and easy. So we're going to go ahead and do that. Get these plugs in out of the box. Get our wires back on, and then it's going to be time to see if this thing is going to fire up and roll over for us. Fingers crossed. Let's see what happens here in a few minutes, guys and gals. Okay, well that was a bit of a battle with that foam stuff there underneath that the old boy used. Hopefully you can see right there. That stuff right there. Hold on, point it on that stuff right there. It's like a shield or something he made of his own. Man, it makes it a pain in the ass to get these plugs in, but plugs are in on both sides. Wires are hooked back up, so I think the next thing we're going to do here is we're going to hack off You can see down there. We're going to hack off that fuel line, off the fuel pump. There's some more line here and a gas can full of gas. We're going to hack that off. Dump some gas down the carburetor. We're going to see if this thing will roll over and actually fire up for the first time in about 10 years. So hang tight. We'll be back in just a minute. Okay, so we got the fuel line cut down there. Hopefully you can see her down there. She's spliced in half. We'll get this camera set back up. We'll dump some fuel down the yap. See if this thing will crack off. If it does, we'll get a new fuel line run here into a gas can and see if we can get this thing running for a couple of minutes. Then maybe we can get Alexis to drive this thing out of the barn. Okay, we got fuel down her. Let's see what happens. Oh, definitely a runner. Definitely a runner. But man, is she blowing some smoke out the back end. Whoa. Here, we'll walk you around here. Woo-wee. Just a little bit of smoke pouring out of the back of this thing. She's definitely been sitting for a little bit. Woo. Holy moly. Hopefully you can still see there. She blew some junk out the tailpipes. But, man, first crack of the key. And this thing fired right up. Let's see if we can get her going for just another second or two here before we get this old gas can hooked up and see if we can get it running for a few minutes. All right. One more go at her. See what happens. Okay, well, it is a runner. I was a little worried at first, but man, this is turning out better and better every time we get going on this thing. I'll grab the camera, I'll bring you in for a second here. Not that anything's really changed or anything, but man, I cannot be happier with the way this thing is shaping up. We'll get this stupid light out of the way there. We'll stand on this side. But man, click of the key, fired right up. So we're going to get a fuel system hooked up to this thing. See if we can't get it running for a couple minutes. Let her heat up, get some of that smoke going, get the rings back going. This is amazing. All right, so we've got Alexis out here, our previous owner. I'm going to dump some gas down her, and she's going to fire the key here in a second. Just give me 1 minute. I'm going to kind of fill her up. Well, not really fill it up, but dump gas down its hole. All right, if you just crank the key for me, my dear. Well, go ahead, give her again. Go again. There you go. Your car is a runner. Thank you so very much. All right, we let the smoke clear there. We'll try this again. Not sure if all the sound was there for the last part. I don't know if we had our microphone on. Stupid us, but see if we can get this thing fired up again and let her run for a minute and see if we can get some of this smoke to get going away. See if she'll fire back up or not. Give her a couple of pumps. Just to breathe on the key. whole lot less smoky this time. A little bit of heat coming out of the rad there. Definitely a lot less smoke this time, guys. A lot less smoke this time. We'll bring you in here for a little walk around. So there you go. A little bit of a high idle still. Still some of that marble mystery oil and stuff running off, but starting to bubble away there. I think she's starting to get a little warm. Not sure how that rad and stuff is working. We don't want to make her too hot here. We'll bring you around to the back. She is still smoking a bit, but not nearly like it was, and it sounds pretty good. Let's check out inside for a minute here. She's still sitting pretty cool. Not quite up to halfway yet, so we'll see if the thermostat opens up or not. Then we'll be able to try that shift machine and those brakes. But so far, so good. Get all this stuff burned off. Put our cap back on here so she can get up to temperature. Grab our rag here. There we go. Just a little smoky up front. Looks like we're puking a little bit there, but that might just be from us here at the rad. Get our light here to see. Maybe she's puking over the overflow a little bit. We'll keep an eye on that. We'll check the temperature inside here again. Still burning all that mystery oil and stuff off. She is getting a little more smoky in the back. As you can see here. Still sitting about halfway for heat-wise. Not that that means anything or not, but pipes are getting pretty damn hot, so I'm not sure. I think we might have to shut her down here, guys. Blowing the smoke out. It does sound healthy, but man, smoking like a bastard it is. Temperature's getting up there a little bit. I mean, it is sounding okay, just to get all that smoke and stuff to burn off. Oil and marble mystery oil. I don't want to run out of fuel. We're still good that way. She is definitely starting to... Oh, I think the thermostat opened up now. Either that or it's getting ready to explode, one or the other. We'll just shut her down for a few minutes here. See if we can get that. Listen for a few noises here. What do we hear? Well, I don't know if you can hear that. Can you hear her boiling in there? Definitely a little warm. We'll let this thing cool off for a few minutes here. We're going to get some stuff cleaned out of the way. Then we're going to see if we can get Alexis back out here and pull this thing out of the shed. Whew, she's smoky. And we'll just take a little walk around to the back here, and as you can see, just a little smoke coming out of those two tailpipes. All right, time has come. We're going to check that shift machine. We got to check those brakes. Let's see if this thing's going to go in a forward, reverse, and with any luck, stop. This window down here. I think she is having a little bit of issues with overheating. So we don't want to be running it too long all the time, but we definitely want to get Alexis to drive this thing out. So here we go. Foot on the brake, couple of pumps, and fires right off. We've got reverse, and we've got brakes, believe it or not. She's rolling forward, and there are some brakes. She's trying to break the back tires loose. On the pedal even came back up. I don't think we got a ton of brakes, but we've got something. Feels like the e-brake might be a little wonky. Some of the smoking is now stopped. Maybe that's just because it's not quite so hot. We'll take you for a little walk around here. We'll let her run again for a couple of minutes. She is definitely getting hot and pouring some rad fluid out of this thing. You can see her all bubbling there, so we don't want to let it be too hot. Hopefully this thermostat or something will open up, but you can see smoke's starting to clear up a little bit. The rings are starting to come back. This thing's starting to sound pretty good. So we're just going to give another couple of minutes here running. And let's see if we can get this thing pulled out of the garage. Oh, she's gushing up here, I think, on us. Just saw a big old blast of her. There she's overflowing. I think we definitely have a water pump issue or something going on. Definitely sounding pretty good though. Other than a little bit of our heating issue here. I don't think that thermostat's working very good. Or at least the gauge on the dash. But all right. We're back in just a couple of minutes. Get this thing on its main voyage. Steaming hot. All right, here we go. First drive out of the barn. Let's see how it goes. Oh, maybe there is. Yeah, hold on. I think there's a piece of wood in the back tire. Oh, no, it's in the front of it, right here. Oh, you're good that way? So it'll be first one down is reversed, second one, third, second was...
Park, reverse.
Yep, there you go.
That's
Give me 1 second and I'll get in front of you. That should be drive. There you go, my dear. Nope, you are perfect. Since she was never able to drive it with her dad as a project. Oh! Just put her, you have to put it in park again and then try and start. Okay. All right, attempt number 3, I guess now. We're back and running. We just had that fuel line pinched off a little. Let's see if we can get her out of this shed. As you can see, she's leaking away down there. She is getting hot. But other than that, we'll fix that all in good time. At least 10 years of sitting, finally rolling again. Here. And remember, it's got a flat tire in the back too, so that's not going to help any. The face is the best. She's smoking. And there we have it. Well, after a long nap, we were finally able to get that El Camino out of this little shed barn that we found it in, and we are parked over here now. We couldn't have asked for this to work out any better, that's for sure. Obviously, we still got a lot of work to do on this thing. We've still got to get it home. That's going to be the next challenge. We're going to see if we can get a trailer, get this thing up on the trailer, strapped down, get it home. Then we're going to really have to get working on this thing. We'll bring you over. We didn't realize there for a minute when we were playing around. We got so excited. We figured we blew a belt, and obviously we did. Right there, you can see her blew our belt off, the fan belts and stuff. That's why she was getting hot. I realized partway through, but we figured, you know what? We're this far into it. We might as well just see if we can get out of the shed. Lexus did a great job driving this for the first time. May not have been a project that she was able to finish with her dad, but at least we were able to get her in it, get that first drive out of that shed. And I think she liked it. A little scared on a bit of her face there, but I think she did great. So I guess, yeah, next thing we're going to do, start digging into this thing once we get home. Let us know what you guys want us to do this thing, what you think we should do next. Obviously, we got a ton of floor work, interior work, body work, you name it. A lot coming up with this thing. So if you're not a subscriber, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below and ring that bell. That way you're going to get all the new videos on this thing. We're hitting up some car shows. We got some racing to go to, dirt racing, if that's something you're into. We're going to be doing a lot of different things on this channel. Obviously, a lot of it's going to be classic cars and working on stuff, but we're going to have a few other things in there in between. So thank you so much. We'll see you again next time on Backyard Motorworks.